All right, hopefully this is working. I saw this little video about Palantir and anti-Semitism and, the banning of free speech. And, if you don't know, Palantir is doing all this stuff with something called Lavender, which is like weird AI surveillance stuff in Gaza and Israel. And, we're in the thick of it. We're in the thick of it when it comes to censorship, when it comes to free speech online with the, Western democracies and how much control Israel does or does not have. Is that some kind of, Russian propaganda, or is that like an accurate depiction on the state of the world, or at least of the Western world? So I want to discuss all of those things. And I wish I had called this Jew Reacts, but I didn't do it. So, this is called something about, hate speech, free speech, blah, fucking blah, news from 5D. I'm Otis 5D. Oh, by the way, I'm streaming on Rumble right now. So if you're seeing this on Twitter or YouTube, follow me on Rumble to follow the live stream, because what you're seeing is just a clip. And I have my Telegram live chat. So join the live chat to chat with me while I'm streaming on Rumble, because I know that is what you really want to do. That's your heart's true desire. News from 5D. I'm Otis 5D.
News from 5D with Otis 5D.
So the homie Keith Woods, the brother from another mother, just kidding, he has no idea who I am. Alex Karp, the Jewish CEO of Palantir, says America needs to get around the First Amendment to ban anti-Semitism. Let's see if he's putting words in Alex Karp's mouth, or if that is an accurate description of what Alex Karp said. Alex Karp is half Jewish, half black, if I'm not mistaken. I have very mixed feelings about Alex Karp. He's a liberal, but he works with Peter Thiel. He seems like a very intelligent guy, but he also seems like maybe he's willing to throw society under the bus to make sure anti-Semitism doesn't happen. He's extremely worried about the rise of the far right, and he said he's surprised that the far right hasn't killed him already. I like his paranoia. I'm a very paranoid person. I respect the hustle of being a truly paranoid individual. Palantir's tech has been used by the IDF in Gaza, and last year Karp bragged that his company stopped the rise of the far right in Europe.
And
Let's
most
see.
Americans,
Let's see.
almost everyone in America is horrified by the dramatic rise of I think part of the reason why leaders
Why does
need
it
to
do
stand
that?
up is dramatic.
Oh, I get why it
America
does that
is
now.
horrified
Okay.
by the dramatic rise of anti-Semitism.
I don't agree
which
with
is
that.
It does not receive the reaction it deserves. And most Americans
I don't know.
would like to see leadership on the Middle East, on bringing hostages home, especially American hostages, and clear statements about discrimination, even discrimination against Jews. I feel, though, I think part of the reason why leaders need to stand up is this is a very, very, very small minority of America. They succeed in having an outsized impact
Who is they?
simply
I'm sure you're saying
because
about the far right.
the rest of America thinks they're so idiotic that this can't actually be dangerous or true.
Straw manning,
But
bro.
it is dangerous,
Hardcore
and they
straw
do
manning.
believe these things. And if we do not speak
Hardcore
up,
straw
they
manning.
will continue to tell themselves this, and there will be a
Hardcore.
sense
No.
on their side.
No. The reason is you. You are the reason that this is growing, because what you're saying is so strawman and so disingenuous and so unwilling to, like, I just fucking checkmated people earlier today when they were, I was talking about, is Israel a pernicious force, right? And just trying to be very diplomatic about it. And they said, well, what's your example? I said USS Liberty. And they both like, yeah, because they were like, oh, that's a good example. That's probably the best example you could come up with. So until people like Alex Karp are willing to grapple with the realities of things like USS Liberty, like the really easy to verify information that people like Ian Carroll and Myron have popularized and linked to about the dancing killing Israelis and 9/11. You're a fucking loser, bro. You're a fucking disingenuous, lying, straw-manning loser who gives a bad name to Jews. And as a Jew, I feel like we have a responsibility to live up to the idea that we're so fucking smart. And what you're doing with this bitch ass shit is fucking whack, dude. You're acting like there's no there, and there's fully a there. And when people act like there's no there, and there's a there, that's when your fucking spidey senses start tingling and you're like, bro, they're fucking with me right now. This is some bullshit. This is some fucking bullshit. And like, I feel like you have ulterior motives, right? And you're not doing any favors to anything by this attitude that you're taking. And I'm sure were you to see this video, you'd be like, you wouldn't even hear it. You wouldn't even hear because of either my tone or that I'm cursing, or the passionate intensity, or that I brought up USS Liberty. You'd be like, But it's like, bro, there's too many people. Torba's Law is happening. Why are you such a dumb fuck that you don't see that the Streisand, like, how can you run fucking Palantir AI and not have a deep, visceral comprehension of the Streisand effect? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't get this shit, bro. I don't get how these people who are ostensibly so smart, like, I don't know what's happening. Is this guy a fucking puppet? Is he just some, like the thing that they say about like Zuckerberg, where like LifeLog was a CIA thing and it shut down the same day Facebook opened up. But I'll tell you straight up, when I listen to interviews of Zuckerberg, I'm like, yo, that guy's smart as shit. He may be a little snaky and wily and whatever, despite his like Riz makeover, but like, dude's smart as shit. But when I'm listening to this, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You sound just like some boomer dumb shit. You may as well be on MSNBC or something. And it's like, I legitimately don't get it.
I think part of the reason why leaders need to stand up is the rest of America thinks they're so idiotic that this can't actually be dangerous or true.
How can you be this stupid and disingenuous, bro?
And if we do not speak up, they will continue to tell themselves this. And there will be
when you speak up,
that it's okay
it's like
to
the number of people who think this doubles, bro.
And so, as heinous
you're
as
what is causing this to grow. How the fuck did he and Jonathan Greenblatt not see that they're the reason that all this shit is growing? Because it's like, yo, if you can acknowledge that there's some weird shit going on, it's like, okay, hey, good on you. We can acknowledge there's some weird shit going on, and we can kind of like, try to figure out, we can agree to disagree, we can find some nuance. But when you're like evil, like you're fucking Joy Reid or something, it's like, whoa, dude, are you evil? Are you just fucking evil? Because, like, that's what evil people do. They straw man you and they pretend that you're just evil and you have no point when you very clearly have a point, and you can link to government websites, you can link to fucking mainstream media websites, you can link to all kinds of shit that is very like primary source, Wikipedia approved shit, and you're just like, you just won't hear it. It's fucking weird, dude. Like, weird.
There are not enough people saying this is really dumb. This is
not
hatred and
dumb,
it will not
dude.
be tolerated. Again, not eviscerating the First Amendment, but just using the First Amendment to say, hey, this is either stupid or hateful. It's very hard to know whether you're an idiot or you're a demigod or you're just purely a hateful person. But we disagree.
What are you saying about the First Amendment, though?
Will not be tolerated. Again, not
tolerated. How?
The First Amendment, but just using the First Amendment to say, hey, this is either stupid or hateful.
What does that mean, using the First Amendment?
It's very hard to know whether you're an idiot or you're a demigod or you're just purely a hateful person. But we disagree.
Dude, I want to like this guy so much. I swear to God. I like these kind of people. I like, Elon, David Sachs, Peter Thiel, you fucking, who all the rest of them. I like Joe Lonsdale, Palmer Luckey. I like all these people. The Gundo guys, Augustus, and Isaac, and or Isaiah. Like, I like all these guys, and I'm not necessarily saying that like they co-sign this at all, but I'm just saying, Alex Karp's part of that ilk, and I genuinely like want to like the guy. He's like theoretically like a smart Jewish guy for Berkeley or whatever. Ben Horowitz. He's that kind of world. Like, I want that to be my world, but it's like, how can it be this disingenuous? How can it be disingenuous to the same fucking level as Brian Stelter and Don Lemon and Rachel Maddow and Joy Reid? It's like, dude, you know who I want to hear from? Like, there's like a 0.1% chance this would ever happen. What the fuck does Eric Weinstein have to say about this? I want to know what Eric Weinstein thinks about what I'm saying and what he's saying, or Brett Weinstein either, because it's like, bro, these people are so disingenuous, and they're the reason this stuff is growing and happening, because it's like, it's like as far as I know, the Bolshevik Revolution, at least, obviously we're like not rewriting, but we're like learning history right now in many, many ways. But as far as I know, in 1906, I think it's 1906, there was like a huge protest against the Tsar, because everybody was poor as shit in Russia, and they were like, hey, we're so sick of being poor as shit, like, do something. And the Tsar's like, okay, I'll do something, and like shot a bunch of people, right? And then it like suppressed them for a while, and then like the reforms didn't happen, and 12 years later, some of my dates might be a little off, I acknowledge that, 1918, 1919, 17, something like that, the real revolution happened. So the point being is, it's like, do you hear me now? And when people have valid concerns, same thing with the French Revolution, same thing with the American Revolution, when people have valid concerns and they begin to triangulate that a lot of people agree that these concerns are valid, and you have fuckwits like Alex Karp and Jonathan Greenblatt just acting, Yuval Harari, acting like these people are just insane and evil and dumb. It's like, yo, bro, you are setting up your own fucking destruction. And I don't get it. I don't get like what the fucking deal is. I don't get how theoretically smart people can have such insanely huge blind spots. So that's my take on that. I would love to hear what people think. Like, am I the crazy one? Is this crazy? Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't want to say all that shit. Anyway, do all the things that creators tell you to do, help me grow, blah, blah, blah. I'm streaming on Rumble, live chat, and I feel like I just ruined the whole video with this ending. But whatever, we're learning, we're growing. It's a growth, we have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. Shout out to Cal Newport and Angela Duckworth. So, peace, namaste, go fuck yourself.
Otis5D.xyz.
Go fuck yourself.